And welcome viewers to our meteorology segment. Let's blast through another. Starting things out looking at the jet streams of the western world. Some very cold air being pushed down into the Rockies. Large low pressure here, rotating counterclockwise around Greenland. That's a huge low right there. You see this counterclockwise rotation, the signature of a low pressure system in the northern hemisphere. How about the surface winds of this side of the planet? There you go. It looks like a smaller low there around Iceland, as well as one in the North Atlantic. That one's pretty strong as well. Looks like a bad day to be on a boat with Mark Wahlberg and George Clooney. Next, looking at the surface winds of the eastern world. There you go. And let's switch to the jet stream for your global weather patterns completion. And looking at the jet stream is the most effective way to forecast giant global weather patterns, folks. The jet stream. The 250 hectopascal winds. They give you all kinds of insight into what's going on with Earth's weather. Yes, it's called meteorology. Know it, love it, forecast things. Join us on YouTube if you haven't. If you're only viewing the videos on BitChute or Twitch, you're missing most of the content like our space weather videos, which are primarily on YouTube. Check out the snow water equivalent. It's going to be a serious melt season this year. We're going to see all kinds of flooding, especially if we see sudden temperature gradient changes. In other words, if it suddenly gets warm, a lot of that snow is going to turn to water promptly, causing all kinds of damage. Hopefully not that much, because the past few years have all featured similar snow mass balance. Look at the snow mass balance. We just saw some rapid melting right there. And well over one standard deviation above the 30-year average from 1982 to 2012 for snow mass balance. Snow extent has actually recently come up also. It was pretty low. It was actually below the one standard deviation line. Now it's right in the middle. So a bit of a sixth consecutive season of extreme snow in the northern hemisphere. Check out the snow depth over the U.S. If you're wondering where the meltwater is going to come from, well, there is your snow depth, and it's pretty deep in the Rockies, the Pacific Northwest, and even eastern California. Check out how deep it is there around the California-Nevada border. Shout out to Smash Staff's mom, who is in that area. It's probably still a winter wonderland, about to turn into a whitewater wonderland when it melts. Next, we'll show you a forecast here for pressure and precipitation based on the GFS model. It's a 72-hour GFS pressure and precipitation forecast. Some heavy snows here expected. Heavy snows there showing up in Kansas. Yowzers. As a powerful low develops around the Texas stovepipe and then heads up to the northeast toward Lake Ontario. Next, your NASA GOES lightning mapper. It looks like we've got some lightning over North Carolina, perhaps. Plenty over South America there. And let's go to a real-time lightning map to see if there's any terrestrial lightning over the U.S. so I can give shout-outs. I don't think so. I don't think so. By the way, happy St. Patrick's Day. Let us know if you're wearing orange or green or both as a show of religious solidarity in Ireland. Continuing on, to remind our viewers to view the content on YouTube. If you're only viewing on Twitch or BitChute, you're missing most of the content. You're missing the space weather videos, so come over to YouTube. I don't know what else to say about that. Thanks to our Twitch followers regardless. If you're a larger Twitch channel, please host us, as we've only got 139 followers. Yeah. The internet is just a delight in the year 2022, isn't it? It doesn't matter if you have the best content. That's completely irrelevant. You can have the best content and be viewed by like 4 people. So next, your weather.gov map. Here's your weather.gov map. If your county is lit up, please click your county from weather.gov. We can't cover all of that stuff. Those are red flag warnings in much of Texas. Also some high winds showing up there, it looks like. Yeah, some wind advisories and red flags. So dry, windy conditions there in most of Texas. What's going on in Alaska? Heavy freezing spray warning and high surf advisories. I don't think I'd be surfing at Alaska. Next, looking at the water vapor scenario over the Pacific Ocean, Earth's largest body of water and largest surface heat sink. Let us know in the comments how many calories you think it would take to heat up the Pacific Ocean by 1 degree Celsius. I think it'd be a lot of calories. There is a way to do the calculation. I won't be doing it. It would be a lot of calories. Next, looking at your radar.weather.gov map, we'll briefly zoom out here to show all 50 states. Shout out to our viewers who would be visible on this map. Please tell your friends and foes about the channel. And thanks for tuning in. There's a lower 48 scenario. Some more moisture moving into the Pacific Northwest, as if it isn't moist enough. Next, your shortwave radiation map showing clouds and fog when it's too dark to see them over half of the country with the visible satellite. And here is the water vapor map as precipitation pervades the Northeast. Here's a recap. Your radar, there's your clouds and fog, 3.9 nanometer radiation, and there is your water vapor. That should clear things up. Let us know in the comments if we've helped you to be able to forecast your own weather. We hope so. In any case, thanks for tuning in. Congratulations on realizing the channel exists. I've been your host, Dan, a.k.a. Smash-O-Mash, signing off from the Smash News Network, least busted name in news.